Viene el gran chingón, el mero mero.
Welcome guys, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the love and support. I really do, guys. Thank you with all my heart. Bless you guys. Bless you and your families. Amen. I'm gonna be doing something different that I've been wanting to do, and I'm gonna show you guys how I clean my brushes. This is my new brush from Smiles for Miles, custom, beautiful brush. If you've seen my my last video, I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Thank you to my Smiles. Thank you, brother, very much. I love this brush. Check them out, please. I'll be putting a link down below. All right, I'm gonna start off. Whenever I get a brush, I'll always clean it thoroughly. I wash it maybe once or twice, depends. I wash it with Dawn dish soap, which is good because it's great dishwashing soap. They usually use this for animals that have oil, grease, and it cleans 3 times. Grease cleaning, more power. It's a great cleaning agent right here. Make sure you guys grab some if you are interested. I've always used this for my brushes all the time. What I do is I make like circles around the knot. Depends how big the knot is too. Usually bigger knots, I use a little bit more. But that's all I need right there. And what I do is I palm lather it in my hand. And with the knot, of course. Wet knot. And then I grab my palm here and I palm lather it. Let me take some water out. This is what I do, guys, when I get a new brush. See, I already have bristles coming out. This is expected with badgers. You always get at least a couple. Or sometimes you get that with synthetics as well. See, another one. I dislike when that happens, but it happens. It's just a process of breaking in the knot. Not very hard, just gently. Just palm lather it. I need more water. I make sure that the water hits all the way down in the knot so the soap can get all the way in there. And what I do is, this is what I do. Another knot, another hair. It's part of breaking in these brushes. I just keep swirling it, swirling it. Another one. Oh no. I hope this is not a shedder here. So far, four hairs. Keep doing this. And what I do is I run it in the water. Another hair. Telling you. Hope this is not a shedder here, because I've never had a brush, a knot that sheds this much. And of course, it's not Smiles' fault. It just happens with these knots. Some shed more than others. Hopefully that's all the shedding will do. Again, this is what I do, guys, to my knots to clean them thoroughly. Get all that grime out of them because it's nasty, guys. What you guys see, if you guys ever dip the brush in water, in a cup of water, if you don't wash it, you see all the grime come out. Dirt, and it's gross. Another hair. I keep doing it, and I keep doing it until I feel that it's thoroughly clean in there with all the soap in between the bristles. And what I do is I wash the knot too. I get it out everywhere. Be careful when you do this because it's very slippery. Just showing you guys my process of cleaning my brushes. This is what I do with every single brush I get. I gently rinse it now, holding it like this and let the water hit from the top. This knot's blooming out really nice. One thing about Smiles knots, they bloom really beautiful. And this one's blooming out with just one wash. They're very dense too, the knots. There's a lot of hair, they're packed with hair. Hopefully that's all the shedding it does. So I dislike and I don't like when it sheds hairs. But it's like I was saying, it's the process of washing it, badger, and all kinds of type of hairs. I mean, bristles from the brushes itself. They tend to lose hairs from the initial break-in. You get to lose a hair every once in a while when you do shaves. What I'm doing is running the tap water on top of the knot so I can get all that soap and grime out. All the dirt coming out, all the soap. What I do is squeeze it very gently. Don't be harsh with your knot. Remember, the knot is your best friend. It takes care of you. I'm just brushing the knot there. Very dense knot. I'm gonna show you the bloom, guys. I'm blooming the knot out. This is not thoroughly washed yet. This is just the first process of what I do. But look at this beautiful bloomed out knot. So you guys can see, that's a beautiful bulb. The V69 bulb, 26 millimeter motorboat, I believe it's called, from Smiles for Miles. It's jelly. Not very much, but it does have gel tips. And now that I have it washed out once, I wring it out, get all that water out. Well, I mean, mostly all the water out. Always dry your hands too, guys. Tip for you guys, always dry your hands when handling your gear. You don't want your gear to slip out of your hands because whatever cleaning agent or soap you're using, it's slippery and you don't want that brush to fall and crack. That would be a tragedy. Okay, now that it's cleaned out, got all that soap out of there, I use this. This was a gift from Rafa at Chicano Designs. I've been using it ever since I've gotten it, and it cleans really well. This is from Dr. John's. Uncle John's, I mean, excuse me. Uncle John's brush cleaner soap. And what I do is I put it on my palm of my hand again, wet it. Make sure it's very wet. Have a good grip on it. And I start to lather like I'm lathering a soap. Back and forth, swirls. Make sure that the soap gets all in the bristles. Like that. I'm just showing you guys what I do. This is how I clean my knots when they're new, because I don't like to use them not being washed. I have to wash them. It's just something I do. I remember when I first started wet shaving. Got another hair there. I just decided to put a brush in a bowl with water and let it sit there. You'd be surprised, all the dirt and all the grime from when they make them in the factory, all that nasty crap that's inside of the badger. Remember, badgers are animals and they're everywhere. You don't know where they've been, and of course you want to clean your badgers very well. Any type of knot, guys, even synthetics too, even though they're nylon and they're synthetic, you still get that factory dirt and grime from the initial process of them making them. Again, I'm doing the same thing. I'm brushing my knot with my tips on my hand. I'm just making sure that all the soap is in there, distributed inside that knot, deep down in the bristles, because that's where the dirt is. I have warm water right here. Not very hot, but just warm. Just do it again. Swirl it back and forth until I get all that soap inside that knot there. Another hair, so you guys can see that. Hopefully this knot doesn't shed more. Hope that's it, because I just hope and pray that's it. As bristles losing, I usually lose maybe 3 or 4 hairs most. 3 or 4 at the most. Right here it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hairs. Hopefully that stops the shedding. Okay, this is what I do, guys. Make sure it's all in there in the bristles, and what I do is just hold on, let me take my soap out of here. I don't want it to keep rinsing down in the water. It's gonna go to waste. I turn on the tap water, full strength again, and I put my brush underneath the tap again and let it rinse out. This is my way of doing it. You don't have to do it. I'm just showing you the Chingon's way. And it works for me, The cleaning of the bristles, it works for me. So I keep doing it because it works for me. Now I'm putting it to the side like this, making it, rinsing it on the sides to make sure all that soap is out of there. Make sure you rinse your brush really good. You don't want none of that soap left over inside of the knot, because that will tend to shed as well if there's any water trapped in there. And get gently squeeze it. You would able to see when you squeeze your knot here, if you can see any soap like in the brim of the knot itself, and I don't see any soap there, so that means that I rinsed it very well. But I'm gonna rinse it a little bit more, just to make sure there's no soap in there whatsoever. Rinse it well, guys. Just a tip for you guys. Always rinse your knots very well. Okay, that's enough water there. Again, I'm just gently squeezing on the rim of the knot. Got all that water out of there. So you can see the tips there, guys. Beautiful gel tips right there. Beautiful brush from Miles. He does amazing brushes, guys. I highly recommend them. And now what I'm doing is wringing out the water from the knot. A couple shakes until I don't, you'll be able to hear the water. I don't hear any more water. Yeah, I still hear a little bit more water. Dry your hands. Dry your hands. If you don't have a good grip on your brush, it will slip out of your hand. So I highly recommend that you dry your hands off when washing your brush. I'm gonna rinse my soap here. Just like I thought I'd do something different for you guys. Just, you know, I remember I was talking to Raza, and he was telling me that it would be a good idea. He was asking me how I clean my knots, and I was telling him how I do it, and he liked the idea, and he suggested if I could do a video, and I told him, yeah, sure, I'll do one. Being loud there, woke up my son. He's a very light sleeper. I'll be back. Alright fellas, I apologize. This is what the brush looks like after being cleaned thoroughly. Beautiful brush from Smiles for Miles. Make sure you check them out once again. I'm going to be putting in the description down below. If you guys are interested in a custom brush, he will make it happen for you and will make you very happy. I love this brush here, and he made me a happy customer tonight. Once again, custom brush from Smiles for Miles. The wood goes all the way down to here. That's an ocean blue color around the bottom with honeycombs, so you guys can see that. And there's his coin there. It says Smile for Miles on the bottom there. It has trunks that have the S4M for Smiles for Miles, and that's his beard there that he rocks. And he has a skateboard, the trucks there, because he always skateboarded as he was younger, and he has a lot of recycled skateboard wood from different colors, and he can make you a brush if you like out of that wood he has, and he says he has a ton of it. So make sure you check out his Instagram. You will see what I'm talking about. I'll be putting down a link down below, like I was mentioning. But that's how I clean my brushes, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and just make sure you have dry hands when handling the dish soap, because it's very slippery. Make sure you have a dry hand on your left hand, or right-handed if you're right-handed, and use your other hand for the soap. And rinse thoroughly. And I don't hand dry my brushes. I tend to lose a lot of hair. I've experienced that plenty of times doing that. I tend to lose a lot of hair. I'm not abrasive, but still, when I go like that to the brush, I see hairs coming out of the knot, and I just stop doing that. So I just make sure I just wring it out really good. And what I do is get some toilet paper here. If I don't have a stand that will not fit, I have this one here. I have a friend that's making me some stands, so brush stands, so I can't wait for that. He's local here in San Diego. But I have the stand here, and I'm gonna see if it fits. What I do is just put in the stand and let it dry. This knot's so big it barely fit. But I usually put it like this and let it dry upside down, and just let it dry overnight to the next day, and then it dries with just the air. It dries. But if you don't have a stand that fits, what I do is get some toilet paper here, and what I do, I have something like that would catch it from the handle itself, like a cup or something, and just balance it on the side of the cup, and just let it rest like this, tilted wise, and you'd be surprised that the water, it catches on the toilet paper there. As you can see, it's already damp a little bit from the knot, and I just leave it like that. I could also, when it's sitting there for a couple hours, I turn it upside down and do it again like that. as the brush dries, I tilt it as the hours go by, and my brush dries. Just a tip there for you guys. You don't have to do that. I'm just showing you the way I do it, and it works for me. Let me put this here on the side, just like I was explaining to you guys. I have a cup here, so I just tilt it a little bit at an angle and just let the brush there sit, and it dries, guys. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, guys. Your support, it really means a lot to me, and thanks for the love. You know, that's why I keep coming back, for you guys, because you guys keep showing me support and love and support for the channel, and I come back because you like my videos. So that's why I'm here. You know, I love this hobby. I love to spread the word, and I love to interact with you guys, and I love to hear the awesome compliments. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. God bless you all, and have a great night. El Chingon says, see you on the next shave.